All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Cosmic Ocean universe. My name is Rob Sliver, the author, illustrator, and game master of CMU. And today we will be experiencing Chapter 7 of Angels, Smugglers, and Bounty Hunters, an anime aesthetic-inspired space opera story done on tabletop. So let's go ahead and meet our actors and their respective characters.
I'm Jonathan. I play Thomas Viper Graham. I'm a bounty hunter and smuggler. I started the adventure off meeting these two on an asteroid. We have been traveling the cosmos, getting lost in space, finding our way through God's favors and I guess what's the opposite of favors? Some want to kill us as well, and yes, we are currently dealing with a little spear problem.
My name is Ashley, and I play Aelin Cloudsplitter. I am an angel variant. I created a spear, so there's that.
He did swap them.
However, the spear that we actually need ended up being a fake one.
Isn't it Moonwind?
So that's fun. So we'll see where this goes.
My name is Rin, and I play Atlas Moonwind, a fae from the Divine Realm. Last episode, we broke into a 700-floor tower to try and get a holy relic, and it turned out to be a fake, and then...
Totally off the camera.
Sorry. And then, I lost my train of thought.
All we saw was like the back of your head, like a raccoon's like butt, you know?
We got blown out of the tower, and now we have fled seeking to recover. That was the best thing that happened.
All right. So, yes. Last we saw our characters, you guys were in dire straits. Aelin nearly died during their attempts at stealing the betrayer's spear, only to find out that it was a fake. Just so everybody also knows, for the character portraits, if you didn't see in chat, they're actually, for the two ladies, they're actually swapped. So try to keep that in mind.
Yeah, just our character portraits are swapped.
Yeah, just the character portraits. No, actually, the names are. It's just that I have the right ones over it right now.
Oh, you're right.
Yes. Anyway, so after fighting the Apostle Shaywin with his lackey and barely escaping with your guys' lives, you flew back to your ships with your tails between your legs. Fortunately, Atlas mustered up an unknown power to pull her angelic friend from the clutches of purgatory. But the tension in the air is somewhat thick on your ship as you guys now slowly orbit the outer moon of Tiuk, or one of the outer moons of Tiuk. You guys realize that it is now time to attempt to reassess how you will go about things. Or will you guys give up the fight against the one god? I drew like a little sketch of like that last scene. You know, you just jumping out of there. You know, getting shot at with the arrow.
Yeah, that is fucking sick.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, you can even see that Aelin got shot because of like the way that she's like laying.
Yeah,
She's like being.
she was
pulled back.
trying to block it.
The sun was in my eyes. Can we?
Yeah, sure. It was just a super quick sketch. And then he's actually shooting his gun over there. Like, because he tried to take a shot at him.
Yo, that's legitness. Sounds legitness.
So, yeah, you guys are now in low orbit around Tiuk and reassessing your guys'
life.
everything right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So what does you wish to do?
Did we already? I'm assuming we took a long rest, right?
Yes, you guys. Well, I'll allow that you guys have had a long rest. You guys are healed up. I mean, other than, emotional scars.
Right. Okay.
Are you in your room?
I'm gonna say no. I knocked out. I'm gonna say I'm knocked out on the couch because I was fucking dead when we got back. So I'm kind of like out of it right now.
You guys have free opportunity to do what you like until you go somewhere in the galaxy.
I don't think that we should leave. I think we should go back.
Well, we should probably have a plan before we go back.
I agree.
And without our third person, we should. It'll be a little hard to make a plan because they're gonna be on high alert for us. Like they were already on high alert for us, so now they're gonna be on like. I don't even know.
I'm gonna
I feel like there
slowly
has to
wake
be a
up
way, though.
and sit up on the couch now.
Good to see you're awake. How are you feeling?
I feel different.
Like death almost had you?
No.
Cause you look like death.
I'm an angel. We don't do that.
What do you mean different?
Metatron essentially just put me in his place.
Metatron. Wait, did you? Out of character. Did you mention Metatron last session? Did you?
Yeah.
So I knew that you saw him.
I don't remember. I don't believe you guys were a part of the encounter. No.
Yeah, no. So that's
most recent
that's
encounter.
news to
Yeah.
me. Then,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, then yeah. Metatron, like, aren't you saw him? Aren't you trying like? He's who you're trying to get back to, right?
I didn't want to leave.
Makes sense.
He was there in the purple nothingness.
Death.
We weren't dead. He's not dead.
You were on the edge of death.
I didn't feel on the edge of death. I couldn't move, but I've felt worse.
When?
I was in the military for years. Years. Metatron's right hand. I've been through quite a bit of torture.
I'll tell you right now, like, you wouldn't have made it through that if it wasn't for that little nurse on the moon there. Like, she saved your ass.
I do
Luckily
appreciate all of the efforts.
luckily
I'm not
she didn't ask
discrediting.
questions. But anyway, you saw Metatron.
He didn't really say much other than we need to continue forward and that I now stand in his place.
Did he tell you what you needed to do in his place?
Nothing more than we need to continue forward and that it's up to me and us.
Well, sounds like a good time to make a plan.
So I believe that the artifact is still in that main building somewhere. It has to be.
It has to be on the other floor that you told us about.
Oh.
Floor 666.
Yeah, we never did make it up to that floor, did we?
No, we didn't. But I bet you if they're not keeping it in the relic room, it's up there.
Well, how do we go about this?
Glamour time?
I mean, we can fly, so it would be easier if we could figure out a way in through
From the
the
top?
outside.
Well, do we remember what?
Maybe not the top, but
do we-
Towards the top?
Do we remember what floor the relics were on?
70 something.
Beat
60
it,
something.
boom, boom. Beat it, boom, boom. Sir, there's an incoming transmission.
I'll accept it, Jetson.
Okay. Do you accept it privately or?
No.
Okay. You see the comms, they just kind of come through. Hey there. You mind if I take a look at your ship? It kind of matches a couple specs I got. I'm looking for some things. Someone. You kind of recognize the voice slightly.
May I ask who's speaking?
My name is Logan.
Oh, hello. We meet again.
Do you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, it's the bounty hunter, right?
looks at you and he
but
says,
He's a bounty hunter.
We are in competition. This is fun.
We are
Logan.
we
We are the bounty.
We are bounty.
Let's go.
perfect.
No, I'm not saying that part to you.
No,
Oh,
the fact
okay.
that you
Yeah.
recognize him,
Okay.
well, we could do this the hard way or the quiet way.
And what's the quiet way?
You just come with me.
In our ship?
I can disable it and put a tow. Sure. If that's your preference.
And where exactly do you plan on taking us?
To the center of the CTU.
No.
You know what? We'll
We
go,
have a better idea.
we'll go quietly. Come on aboard. You're too much of a threat of a bounty hunter. Like,
Okay,
What do you need?
give me
Why don't we try to work with him?
give me a persuasion roll.
This is like the perfect. Okay, never mind.
who am I? Who am I?
I'm back. I'm back. Let me shut the
Who,
fuck up.
who am I an avatar of?
I got excited.
Sorry, what?
Give me a persuasion roll. Because you're like not being entirely honest right now.
Well, no, I am honest. He is a better
I am
bounty hunter
honest.
than.
Yeah, but there's a whole lot of underlying bullshit with this.
We do have a lot of BS. We do indeed. But does he do it?
You two do.
15.
We can certainly try.
15, you said?
Yeah.
All right. I prefer when it's easy, and you guys seem like a reasonable lot. And you guys wait a few moments as it you hear things happening outside. The ramps connect, and then there's a little like shaft, if you will, that you guys can walk between. It's not decontaminated or anything like that. It's just two ramps touching, just docked. But so you have to wear the biome suit and walk across it with artificial gravity, which is also built into your guys' suit, so you don't float away when you're outside the ship. You guys walk over the top of this. Actually, no, you guys don't at all. You just wait for the door to kind of ding, and then it opens up. He walks in, and he's got, the duster on and everything. He's clearly a gunslinger type individual. He doesn't have, he's not going to have a hat. He doesn't have a hat, but he's kind of got the gruff and everything like that. Scruffy as hell. Beard's like, a good, fucking 3 inches long, and he looks like he has a bit of equipment on him. He walks forward. All right, so I'd rather not have to cuff you.
I'm going to walk in and immediately just go start chilling on his couch. Like, I'm going to sprawl out.
Well, you're
We're
in your
in
ship
our
still.
ship still.
He's
Well,
on
I'm
your
going to
ship.
walk, right? So I'm going to just start walking towards his ship then, like from the dock, like onto dock
Well,
to
you're
dock.
not out. So you leave.
Yeah.
You walk past him and go out the door.
I'm going to just start heading towards, you said they're like docked on top of each other, right?
Right.
Or am I like
No. The ramps came out, and he came to your ship and then knocked on the door and then came in. So then you would have to walk past him to go out of the ship to go to his ship.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just casually, I'm going to start walking past him and I'm going to just say, excuse me,
Hey,
sir.
whoa.
Okay, and then I'll just stand by his right side and then say, my apologies, was just trying to come quietly and easy for you.
Then I'll put my hands up. You can cuff me.
He's looking around, and obviously something is fishy. So he quickly does a maneuver. It looks like he picks something off of his pouch towards you, and it looks like it doesn't look like he's stabbing or anything, but looks like he's about to make contact with your arm.
Okay, I'm just going to stand there. I mean, I'm definitely going to look down and let him know that I see what he's doing, but I'm not going to flinch. I'm not going to move. And I'm going to say, do whatever you have to do.
Okay. He slaps a cuff, like a mana dampening cuff on you, and he says, you as well? But do you have mana? I thought you guys were a group of mages.
Oh no, I wasn't mage. Remember, just these two.
It's all right. Let's just go ahead. I've heard some
And
rumors.
then
I like to be safe.
At this point, I'm going to try to use my technomancy to disable his arms. because
his
he
tech
had
arms, yeah.
Because when I did damage to
Yeah.
him last time, he used the nanites.
Right. Okay, so give me a technomancy roll, dude, and it'll go against his. I'm gonna give him a Constitution save for this, I suppose.
23.
You see, as he was holding the cuff. It's still on you, by the way. It's still dampening one arm. It's not fully circuited, but you see him look over and just poof, and you see part of him kind of. Shit.
I'm gonna reach out my hand to you. Can you help? This doesn't feel good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to his arm and fiddle with it until I.
It's disabled entirely.
Oh, okay.
Why are you guys like this?
I mean, didn't he have the control to the cuff on his arm?
Yeah,
That
but
was
you
an
just
in-character
he's completely-
statement.
Okay, so
Okay.
it
Push it.
automatically disabled mine too.
No, that is still on.
Okay, I think that's what he was trying to do.
No, so you'd have to still disable. You'd have to get back into
This
the
is a
panel to
separate
disable
entity?
it, or you can do something. You could try to do something physically to it.
So I'll just
No,
do.
I'll basically grab it and try to use my
Okay, so you kind of
technomancy.
put your hands around the outside of it rather than grabbing the underside
okay.
that's the dampening. Go ahead and give me a roll for that. Technomancy.
No, seriously, like, why are you guys like this?
18. I mean,
You couldn't
It
have just
unlocks.
talked to him. You didn't have
So-
to trick him onto coming onto the ship. He
Logan,
probably would have
here's
come
the
anyways.
deal,
who's gonna turn
sir.
us in?
Fuck. What? God damn it.
Unfortunately, I don't think we really wanted to go this route, but and I'm gonna kind of create.
Wait.
Well, we didn't think you'd listen if we.
Hold on. I'm really good at my job. I can help you out.
Good. That's what we were hoping to hear. I'm gonna create some daggers in my hands and just kind of like juggle them a little bit.
But
you
that's
know, all
also
fluff, but-
why we
We'll
had to.
talk when I'm disabled.
Well, we had to put you in this state because, well, like you said, you're good at your job, and.
But
well,
we need you good at your job right now. And
Okay,
there's
okay,
plenty
okay.
in it for you.
Okay. I am sorry that they are being like this right now, but we cannot go with you.
No, I get it. Bounty hunting's like this. You just got to go with the flow.
We need
No,
you to
seriously.
come with
No,
us.
seriously. You don't understand.
Yeah,
we
you-
have to find.
This is
We need to complete our mission
for the
or-
world
you sh-
more than like the entire life, all of it,
Reality.
all of
Yeah,
it,
we need. We
and
we,
the in
we-
between.
You know what I think would really like kickstart his drive is if we just kind of take him out to the little walking bay area there, and then let him see where the flow takes him. If we just give
How
him
about we not do that?
He's not arguing at all.
How about we not do that?
Okay, but just saying it's an option.
I'll comply.
So what all can
Okay.
you do, Logan? Sir Logan.
I'm a talented hacker. I'm a marksman. I'm incredible at hand-to-hand combat. I have a number of nanotech upgrades and as well as multiple cybernetic limbs. That's why I can't move right now.
All right.
And I'm in
So-
a decent amount of pain.
In good faith, if you will not immediately arrest us and take us in, I will re-enable you, I suppose.
But I
At
don't
least-
want to wear the bracelet.
Like I said, he is.
Fine.
Okay, so then I re-enable.
Oh, fuck, that hurts. Anyway, okay. I won't obviously turn you in. So
We appreciate that.
Good. I'm gonna go to shake your hand.
shake his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a pretty strong grip. Apparently, he's got pretty good cybernetics. They're not as good as obviously naturally gaining strength and from divinity, like yourselves.
And avatarness.
Well, that's still from divinity, more or less. Yes, but again, him being an avatar is still a secret to pretty much everybody except for you two.
Right.
You shake his hand, and what can I do for you? I'll render my services once and leave you be.
So
We'll see about that.
basically, okay. There is a spear, a holy relic spear that we need to get And it's in that giant tower
Where you were going to turn us in.
where you were going to turn us in.
You're trying.
We already broke in once.
That
Well-
was, I guess that makes sense. I read about that. Okay.
Hence the bounty.
Yeah, speaking of which, how much is it?
Yeah, what did we go for?
You each now have 150,000 credits each.
Ooh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, sorry about
Oh,
that.
you'll get more. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, just looking at our bank, we can't really like give them
Well,
anything.
perhaps
Well,
we
no,
can.
we're not going to give him anything, but, we can turn ourselves in at some point.
Anyways,
Anyway.
we need that spear.
He kind of tilts his head, like he was listening to you guys, like he feels
Bickering.
like he could. No, like he could, kind of like gives the eyebrow raise, like
Well, what if part
he's like interested in the business endeavor.
what,
Okay.
What if part of the plan is he turns us in? That way he doesn't get like we can make a little money off this too.
What if he turns us in and then
But
helps break
doesn't.
us out?
Well,
That way he still got the money. Either way, we need to get to that floor. We
or-
need to get back into that building, or we need to break into that building some way.
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so, Sir Logan,
I like these.
Hated by Star Skits. Yeah.
hated by these Star Destroyers.
Star Skit.
Skits.
Star Kip hates.
He
hates
doesn't
this
like
character
Logan.
right now. Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I love Logan.
The urge to punch
Logan
him
for president. Okay, so what if so we go and we find this relic, right? And then Logan, you split off. Obviously, alarms are going to go off and stuff. This thing is probably going to be heavily guarded. We can slip by with Atlas's glamour being invisible with all four of us. However, it's only within a certain range. So when we get close enough to where we need to be, the three of us will split off from you. You go a different way. We're going to go steal the relic. When the alarms start coming or going off or whatever, you come in, pretend like you're catching us and you're capturing and, noble Sir Logan to the rescue.
Well, wait,
and
how-
then he turns us in, right? But he's going to have the spear. Okay.
Wait, hold on. I see one flaw with this plan.
Oh, man. Okay. I thought I had it.
If we give him the spear, how do we know he's not just going to run off?
Well, it would be really stupid
Do
of
you
him.
know where the spear is?
We believe it's on the 666th floor.
And why is that?
Well, they told us.
Who told you?
Well,
The
technically nobody told us,
No.
but we know that it's there. And it wasn't on the floor we were looking for.
Well,
So that means it's got to be on the most restricted floor in the building, right?
Well, actually, the most restricted floor in that building, as far as I know, is the 777th floor.
We'll see. So do you suggest
Fucking
that's the floor we
bitch.
go to?
I still need to get to the 600.
Well, then how about we get to the...
I still need to get to the 666th floor though. That nobody that told you was my god, so I'm kind of hurt right now.
Yeah, but he doesn't really know about the god stuff, so...
Well,
he
I was
can
kinda-
find out
kinda-
today.
kinda
I
trying
mean,
not to drop that.
well,
It's kind of right there.
he might as well just find everything out. We
he-
could
he-
all be
he-
invisible and go
he-
to.
He might as well know what he's getting into.
Well, I kind of figured.
I
things
mean-
are weird
Okay.
with the
I
Well-
mean, if we
angelic
want to
people.
trust him, he needs to be able to trust us.
Okay, fine. We need the spear so that we can kill a god. Does that make you guys happy? That's what we need it for.
We want to kill Venora.
I'm not sure who Venora is. I'm not all up on religion that well, but I mean, it sounds crazy, but religious talk always does. I'm not against it.
Well, if
there's
it's on the-
pay, I'm always in.
If it's on the one of the highest, how many floors is this tower? 800?
777.
777. How about we go in through the roof?
There's no access point that I know of in the roof.
Why don't we make one?
I've never decided to go loud in the capital city.
Maybe you're right.
Probably best.
Well,
They be
if we
honest.
have to get to the top floor, we need to figure out how we're going to do that. Your god should be able to help us figure that out, no?
You guys
At least getting into the door.
There has to be an
Hold on.
elevator or something that's security.
you keep talking about gods. You have a god.
Yeah, it's a rather recent encounter. I became his avatar. He saw something in me, but that's why I was able to do that whole little deal.
Don't
to
get
you.
excited. He
you-
doesn't even visit us anymore. It's all about Viper now.
Okay. He just kind of sits back again. God's interesting. Okay.
You've heard of the one true God, yes? The Divine Queen?
More or less, yes. All the crazy people, zealots, and things like that in the central
Right.
trade.
That god is Venora. She is the queen, ruler, creator of the divine realm.
That's her name. Okay.
Venora,
Sure.
yes.
If you say so.
Venora has basically, I don't really know how to explain it. I guess I would say trapped Eden, the land of Eden, in another dimension or something. It's still pretty confusing.
So Verona
Venora.
trapped it. That's why
Venora.
I said Verona.
No,
she
Venora.
Okay, she
Yep,
trapped.
Verona.
She trapped a universe or galaxy
Mm-hmm.
in another realm
Mm-hmm.
with god powers.
Right.
Mhm.
And the first
Verona.
step to
That
saving
was
that
Verona.
realm and all the beings in that realm is to get this spear.
I promise we're
To
not.
kill Verona.
To kill Venora,
Verona.
the divine queen.
Verona.
Venora. Yeah.
Verona.
I promise we're not doing space dust. As crazy as it sounds.
Right. Well, if you need me to shoot something, I'm here. I'm great at tracking things down. And I will tell you all, I have one weakness that I'm not good at. That's religion. So I don't know anything you just said.
Perfect. This will go graciously.
But if we need to do a job, I got you.
Well, this
Well,
is
I'm
going to be
guessing
one
that's
hell
why
of a
you've
job.
never questioned our wings then, yeah?
I thought about it for a second, but what would it benefit me? So I moved on.
Think I like this bounty hunter.
Unlike Starkip, who hates him.
Who hates him?
Oh, Kipster.
All right, so you guys now have him. He gets back to his ship and he's kind of coasting along with you guys in a bit of a caravan for right now. He will probably not be much of an he probably won't be with you guys for long, but he'll be with you
Right.
for a little bit right now.
Okay.
So how are you planning to
Wipe
get
the
to the
bead
top
or
floor
the bead
now?
of sweat off my forehead.
Well, originally I
fast.
was just thinking we would do it the same way we did the first time. We just go in invisibly, quietly, unnoticed. I mean, there has to be some sort of elevator or something. I mean, we have ears that are listening. So, I mean, do you have like a chat option on any of your equipment at all?
Like text? Like,
Yeah, like maybe even if it's just like a notepad on there, something to take notes.
You're talking like a character, yeah?
Mhm.
Do I have any sort of text note?
Anything you can do on your smartphone, you can do it better there.
Then yeah, we do have.
So, if your God is listening, instead of listening, we communicate through text so that we don't have to make noise. But I'm assuming there has to be some sort of elevator inside of this building. I mean, security has to get to and from every floor, and usually security isn't the most fit of beings.
Well, I'm wondering if that elevator's on the 666th floor.
Okay.
Because, well, my God couldn't make it to that room without.
He couldn't make it to that room, but he can get us close, and then we can get...
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if that's where the access is to 777.
You see from the kind of you have little projectors obviously throughout the ship, and you see a few of them kind of turn and form up Vulcan as he steps forward. Pardon my intrusion.
Oh my gosh. He lives. I'm actually
More or
really
less.
happy to see you, sir.
Never an intrusion.
Likewise.
You're always welcome aboard my ship.
However, I did happen to be eavesdropping a bit
Not surprised.
It's what I do, especially with my avatar.
So did you like the idea about chatting through messages, or would you prefer something else?
Well, I could talk with him psychically, but if you wish to,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I didn't out of character. I didn't know that yet. Did I? Did I know you guys could communicate psychically? I don't think that was ever actually mentioned.
I'm not sure if I mentioned it.
Okay, so okay. I didn't know that then. I'm
it's
gonna be
one
like,
of the benefits of, the avatar god connection sort of thing.
well, that's
Yeah.
way more convenient then.
Sorry, I forgot to mention
He
that.
steps forward to like the panel or whatever you guys are looking over, kind of planning things. So the reason that I'm incapable of reaching the 666th floor is exactly that. There is a complete separate server room, and all the electronics are separate as well. It runs completely locally. I'm incapable of reaching it because there's nothing from the outside that connects. They're smart. They've made sure to make sure that I'm incapable of getting in there. Or
But-
any other god.
But you
for
can
that
get us
matter.
close, right?
I can get you through the better part of things up to that point. Some alarms move too quickly. I can only move so fast until he's made contact with something.
So, here's another question for you, and it would be interesting. We've just acquired a new member. I'm sure you heard.
noticed his ship.
Were you able to see any of his electronics, his arms, any of his limbs, any of his other things?
He is quite a specimen, honestly. He's got a number of modifications to his body, probably more than a human should be capable of withstanding, and he does it naturally, almost as if his body were born to do that.
He was born to do so.
Maybe it's Maybelline's.
He is an interesting person. However, it seems as though there is a small side effect. He has been unable to retain a certain modicum of knowledge. He is very much so direct and to the point, incapable of too much enjoyment because of the cybernetics. Seems to have affected his hormones in a certain sense. So all he does is bounty hunt.
Are you able to essentially hack into his gear, if need be?
I already did.
Okay. So if he turns on us, you'll be there, right?
I will attempt to shut him down, but you must remember that I am not all powerful. Your faith in me does give me a great deal of strength, but passing on to an avatar in the mortal realm does take a bit from a young god like myself.
I mean, after what I did to him, I don't think he's gonna turn on us.
After the war, I had to be reborn up here. Most gods down there. So I have limited reach right now, and most of it is focused on you.
If I might, with both of your permission, I would like to try to see if I can siphon some of my divine energy into you to see if it helps with your connection, just to see if it might be something we can use. If that's, I would like to try to do that, like rest my hand on his shoulder. And I'd ask you guys, would you mind? I would like to see if we can strengthen this connection because I have more than faith in you.
I will attempt.
No, I have no problem with it,
Okay.
as long as it's not gonna hurt me.
No, it just might feel warm, if anything. That's what I've always felt.
Please do the cliche thing and hold hands with my avatar. He will be the medium in this, and perhaps I will be able to create a somewhat, maybe perhaps at the best, temporary telepathic connection.
$12.
What did you roll?
Oh, I didn't try. I didn't know I was in on this.
Oh, you're not doing this?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have divine energy.
Yeah, you do.
You got it last session, didn't
Yeah,
you?
you even use it in your weapon.
Yeah, you
I
have,
thought I used mana.
you used pretty much all of it.
All of it,
I
yeah.
mean, okay, yeah, I'll attempt with you, sure.
We're all holding hands.
That's the secret to your
We're
character.
the three best friends.
You have it all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I'm super awesome.
Yeah, I'm fucking spectacular.
I'm
I forgot.
special.
Just look at my pose in that picture.
And it's with Legend. So it is a 21.
21.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he looks at you and he says, it seems as though your connection with your previous god and Metatron is a little too powerful. I cannot make a further connection with you. However, you seem bound to nothing. And for that, I can make a similar connection. You cannot be an avatar because I'm not actually sure what you are, but you emanate an interesting presence. Now that I pay attention. Wonderful. I do like curious things in this universe, and you are a curious thing.
Might I try one
Nevertheless-
more thing?
What's that?
If I am to stand in Metatron's place, then I must feel as though I'm standing in his place. Might I hover my hands over your holographic ones or your projected ones, and we try one more?
Sure. He looks down. He looks like you can see there's a certain look on his face, like as if you're not, it's not necessary for you to try, but he does.
Okay.
Roll that nat 20.
19?
Okay, so you both, as I said, I believe the best that we're going to get is a temporary connection. You both somewhat anomalies, and your faith is strong, but it seems as though your faith in this mission is also strong, and in me. So through him, with a certain range, it seems as though you'll have the capability of having a telepathic connection with me. All
I
you
feel
need
better
to do
knowing that.
is think towards me, and I will hear it like a prayer.
Thank you. And I'm going to bow.
Okay. He nods his head.
So,
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking to get inside, we turn ourselves in. Well, we let Logan turn us in. Then after inside, we let Vulcan, or I can, depending if we get split up or not. If we stay together, then I can unlock our doors. Otherwise, you guys can now talk
If
to
he
Vulcan.
turns us in and we walk into those doors, we are going to have every eye on us. There is going to be no way we will be able to break away from him. No way without other people trying to come for that bounty as well. That's my fear.
I will say one thing before I go. He, based on his past, is completely driven by the almighty dollar. He's not owned by any particular union. So, if we talk him into credits, he will undoubtedly do it. Just make sure that you're the highest bidder.
Well, our highest bid is the credits on us. We'll take some. We'll take some of it for ourselves, because
Or the credits you stand to make. Any bows.
I just how would we
Fades
get
off.
up to
well, he turns us in, and then once they've locked us in the cell, like, then we'll use Vulcan to escape, or myself, like I said, and then we use her power to change our appearance.
what if they put us in a mana draining cell of some sort? They know what we're doing. I just don't feel like that is a smart idea. Walking
Well,
in
like
right
you
I mean,
said,
I'm,
if it's mana draining, we have other sources of power.
isn't that your connection to Vulcan though, is through mana and technology?
Is it through mana?
It's through divine mana. So it's a little different. But
I'm very
it's still mana at the core, so yes.
we have very high eyes that are going to be on us. I have murdered.
We're gonna have high eyes on us, no matter what, when we go in this.
That's why I was thinking she just makes us invisible.
Well, then why do we even have Logan?
Because he can still split off and still turn us in after we've got the artifact. And then we can play hooky. We can play with the irrational idea of trying to get the money and break out. One of us stays behind just in case or something along those lines. That's more fun. But,
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. I'm nervous. Personally, I have had my mana drained even by this random bounty hunter immediately went
Well.
to take my energy.
You have the technology. We're 150,000 apiece, right?
By the way, if at any point you guys want to formulate a plan without me, I can step away as well, because you can try to trick the DM as well in your plans. That's always an option. I'm not saying you have to do that right now. I'm just saying keep that in mind.
Cool.
As you were saying.
I mean, that's a good idea, though.
Trying to trick me.
No, well, yeah. I mean, talking about our plans without you being privy to it.
I mean, depends on the plan.
Well, obviously, yeah. So I was thinking maybe. I think only 2 of us should get arrested.
I agree.
And it could be.
You and me?
Well, I was thinking either Aelin and I, because you have the technology. So if it is mana draining, you still have your powers. Or it's you and Aelin, and I use my glamour to go invisible, and I try to swipe a key. Soon as I can.
Well, how good are you at swiping?
Because he's the swipe master.
I have a +3.
I'm also a sneak master.
But
who can unlock myself out of a jail cell.
I mean, if you give us, if you can, see, that's the problem though, is I don't know if I'll be able to communicate with you if we get locked up. But if for some reason I can know where you're at, and you're close enough to me, I could make you invisible and make your stealth a little bit easier.
Well, I think we go with her plan. I want all 3 of us locked up because that's maximum payout.
Oh, I was thinking, even with my
But
plan, I was
even
only
with
saying 2 of us locked
Even
up.
with 300,000 credits, that's still plenty of credits for him. And for us. We take, what?
100.
Right, yeah. And he gets 200K, and that's only for 2
What
of us.
if? Now, this is really chaotic, but what if? Okay, we do the whole artifact fun times, and then we do all 3 depending on the time and where Sire Logan is. We get captured. If the timing looks okay, and it's going to be a really interesting judgment of time, but if you know how to break out of the cells.
Well, I can hope to.
Right. I mean, well, the world's ending anyway. We might as well try for 450,000 credits. Why not?
Reality. Not just the world.
I keep saying the world. The life.
So small.
Plus, these 450,000 credits could really go towards saving that reality.
I just really don't think, I agree though, I really don't think it's a good idea if all 3 of us
Oh, it's
get
an awful
captured.
idea. It's a horrible idea for sure, but it would be the best payout. And if there's one thing I'm learning about this whole bounty hunter thing is that risks come with money.
Well, I could glamour our weapons. Until we're locked up anyways.
Don't really know if you're able to glamour mine, can you?
Well, yours are creation, so it doesn't matter for you. You don't have to carry weapons on you, technically.
True chains.
Yeah.
But it
But-
might be relevant for you to make.
I was
some
trying to
and then
think,
hide
yeah.
them.
Can
But that would be easy. I would know where they are at all times. They would be on our body, so it shouldn't be too hard.
I need to go create some weapons for sure.
And that's only after we get or like right before we get captured is when I'll do that.
Okay, so we glamour up, make our way to the 666th floor, then go from there.
I guess so.
So you
I
guys
don't-
just walk
Cause-
in.
Because I feel like it's too hard to judge exactly what all is going to happen. Like, we broke in the first time, and I don't really think we learned much.
I figure we should glamour ourselves as Is that just straight invisibility, or can we look like other people? Yeah.
We can look like other people too, whatever you need me to do.
Does that include clothes?
Yes. I don't see why not.
Could we look like those guys we killed?
We just dress up like guards, or you glamour us like guards, and then we just kind of use the technomancy to nonchalantly make our way through, as best as possible, of course. Maybe one of the higher guards, like like whoever's chilling with the archer boy.
Okay. We can do that. Do you remember what the uniforms look like?
Well, I was wearing a dead guard's uniform, so
Jetson, can you please pull up an image of the Celestial Trade Union security guard?
Absolutely. Right before you, a hologram image kind of forms, and it starts, kind of rotating. This is exactly what the most current posted uniform looks like.
I'm gonna like walk around and be like,
Looks just
"Wow,
like
Jetson,
the one you were just wearing.
really outdid yourself. This looks really good."
Thank you. So you know what it looks like.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the glamour then on all three of us. And so changing our appearance and our clothing.
Okay.
And I need to roll for those.
Thank you, Atlas.
Don't thank me yet.
So, where are you going first before you obviously do the glamour? You guys gonna land in the city, outside the city?
outside.
Okay. Are you guys flying invisibly over there?
Yeah, I think that'd probably
with
be
your
the
wings
best.
and your.
Flying, yeah.
The last time that you flew, you started to get a little bit more used to it. It's not as exhausting, but you're still kind of reluctant to do it. So you still need practice.
And we can always help you, too, if you start to get tired.
Please, because it's a high distance.
A little bit.
All right. So you guys start flying over there with the invisibility on you.
Mm-hmm.
And we also kind of chimed into Logan before all this and let him know the plan.
Should we? I was actually going to ask before we fly. Should we be taking him with us right now?
Well, he can land in the city freely,
That's true. He is. Yeah, he's not wanted.
but we need to give him some sort of call to let him know when to capture
Are you able
us.
to message his ship from your thing?
So you're gonna have him capture you guys while you are infiltrating the tower.
Yeah, because I feel like we should
well,
get the spear first.
I
Try-
feel like we should get the spear, get out, and then have him capture us once we have the spear in a hidey hole
and
in
if
our
we,
ship.
If we get caught while getting the spear, he should be the one to catch us. Because he will get the bounty.
True, but I still think we should try to get in and out before we get captured and make sure that the spear is in a good place where we know exactly
Well,
where
yeah,
it is.
obviously, that's what
the
we're going to
idea-
try.
that's the
Yeah.
ideal
Yeah, that's what
plan.
we want to happen. But I'm saying if.
Right, if,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think it would
So
be a good
if
idea
things
to
go
have
sour,
him.
We need to have some sort of
He needs to
call.
be hanging around there. So is there
Yes.
any way that you can message his ship potentially from your thing once we get up to that floor?
He would need to be closer than his ship to come help us.
I know, that's what I'm
that's
saying.
a-
So that way he could be up to that
Message
floor.
him now while we're in our ship.
So he can be up to
Call
that
him.
floor.
From our ship to
Well,
his ship.
I've already said that we've relayed it, but this is still kind of the plan that we're making right now.
Yeah, you guys are unclear on what you're doing, so you can only relay what you
Actually
know.
decided.
Yeah.
So we just need him to be somewhere on that floor so that if something does happen, he will be around because he'll hear the alarms and stuff. He'll be right there and he can immediately come to the run.
That's true, but even though he's not wanted, he still can't get up to that floor.
Unfortunately, he's on the comms, right?
Pretty much while we're
Okay.
coming up
Okay.
with the plan.
That works.
I will have no jurisdiction in that building.
As in, you don't believe you'd be able to come up with us?
I could arrest you, but they would take you immediately from me.
So it looks like we have to succeed
The
on our
bounty hunter
plan.
has to do it outside of the walls of a known establishment.
Unless one of
especially
us gets
government.
arrested and causes a distraction. Altogether. I could just get arrested.
Inside the tower?
Or like I was saying, I could get arrested because I could break myself out and then you could glamour yourselves up.
I mean, we're glamored, but now I'm trying to think, like, if maybe one of us gets arrested while we go in.
Do you guys think that the prison is inside of this tower?
No.
Okay, so... Because if you get arrested, he's not going to take you to the tower.
Right. I feel like it would be a distraction, though. I don't know. Okay, let's go with the original, yeah. So we'll just, us three break in, but I don't...
We honestly really don't need Logan in all of this.
For this, yeah. The only thing
Okay.
you might need Logan for is maybe to do the
The
fake
leaving?
bounty smuggling thing. No, not even leaving. I feel
Okay.
like leaving him entirely out of this would probably be a good idea because he's
Okay.
not... He's a fighter, not a sneaker.
Okay.
Should have just gone with my plan to kick him out into space.
All right. Well, we're rested. We're healed. I don't
Glamored.
see a better.
We're gonna glamour up.
Yep.
and
So
then
I
make
will
our way
glamour
to
us up to the invisibleness, and then we will make our way there.
Okay. So you guys glamour up and you fly. Do you go land at the top, at the bottom? Or do you guys fly up to the top floor?
I feel like we should actually land in a spot that's a little inconspicuous, so that I can give us the guard glamour.
You guys land on like a nearby building or on the ground?
Maybe on the ground, is there like an alleyway nearby?
There's lots of alleyways.
Okay, yeah, like the closest
As you guys
alleyway.
are looking at the massive tower, and there's like sprawling city all
Okay.
around.
So the closest alleyway to the tower.
You know, the one thing we
Eh.
could use Logan for is basically a warning for any other bounty hunter. And then if he does detect any other bounty hunter, he can capture us. And that's essentially what we're using Logan for. Is he's our bounty protector.
Okay. Anti-bounties.
Yes.
And as this is, the tower is actually set in, like, the city kind of sets into, like, layers and is jagged downwards into kind of a ditch as the tower
Okay.
comes sprawling up. So it actually looks like it's coming out of the ground with city that kind of rolls out of it as you guys approach.
that's pretty cool.
It's massive, too. So, like, this tower is huge. It's not only big, tall, but big around. And as you guys are flying up, you land in a nearby alleyway and you change your glamour to the guard stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So that's 2 spells that you've used. You've swapped glamour.
All right, are we ready?
As we'll ever be.
Let's do this.
Okay. So you guys walk in the front door.
Casually.
Okay, you walk in the front door casually, and you walk by some people. Give me... Actually, you know what? There's nobody on the immediate first floor. You guys go get into the elevator, right?
We know the basic layout of this
Right.
since we've been here before.
So you know where the elevator is. You've been through a tour. You kind of know some of the floors. You don't know what all 777 floors are.
In the elevator, what's the highest floor it goes to?
It kind of skips a number of different floors. It looks like any of the floors that are for commercial that you guys saw in the brochures and stuff are available in this elevator. But the few that are kept out, probably I'd say maybe 50, 60 different floors randomly throughout are left out.
What's the closest to 666?
I'd say it looks like there's about 50 floors on either end of 666. So it looks like 616 is where it stops, and then 50 after 666, which I'm not doing right now.
I'm gonna whisper
So-
over to Viper.
700 fucking
Like, you should probably swipe one of the guards' key cards, just in case.
Give me a roll and see if there's like another. Or actually, give me a technomancy roll real quick.
Natural 20 for 26.
as you're standing there for a moment, you kind of sense over and you look at the panel for a second. It's kind of protruding a little bit from the side where the buttons are. It's a pretty high-tech thing. And you tap the bottom as you feel like a small trickle of electricity pop out as you inherently hack this, and the panel pops down. And you can see there's a secondary panel where you then do your fake key card swipe. So give me another Technomancy roll for your... Actually, you know what? Since that was a natural 20 on the last one, I'll give you through this one. You swipe the card, and you see the blank spots light up. So you now have access to all the floors.
Job well done.
All the floors.
You see all the floors available, except for 666. But you have 665. Oh, and sorry, 777. So you have the floors right next to each of them. But it doesn't look like there's an actual... If there's an elevator that goes to them, it's probably a specific solo elevator.
I wonder if you can only get to floor 777 through floor 666.
But which of these floors leads to 666?
That is the fucking question, isn't it?
Okay, well, let's just take this first elevator and
Do
see
we go
what
to
floor.
664 or 665 or 667?
Let's do 7.
Okay.
Okay. You go up to 667, the floor above the desired floor. It doesn't make a ding on this floor when it opens up. It just opens. And you guys look into... assuming this is during the day, or is it after hours?
I thought it was more... I was imagining it was, like, early evening.
Okay, so it's a slower part of the day. There are some dim lights on, and you see in this room there... It looks like office workers, sort of like cubicles, nice cubicles. And you could see, like, looking out over the city... you don't really know what type of work they're doing in here, but you see computers and things like that. You see only a few people, probably about out of the, I'd say, 160 so cubicles that are up here, maybe 200. You see maybe 20, 30 people that are still here, because it's probably, I'd say, like 5 or 6 in the evening.
Let's walk the perimeter and see if we see any doors or anything.
That's what I was thinking, looking for a staircase.
We'll just make it look like we're doing rounds.
Actually, first what I'm going to do is go to one of these computers and let Vulcan in. Like,
Okay.
at least to this floor.
I'm going to create a baton in my hand, and I'm going to just be, like, walking around.
Okay, so you go to the one with computers. Give
As
me a
he's-
stealth
yeah.
roll for your, and then a technomancy for, the 2 actions you're doing. Because you have to obviously keep it nonchalant what you're doing.
29 for stealth.
Whew. Okay. Yeah, you definitely don't get caught.
I'm sorry, was Viper even with us?
Right?
Who's Viper?
20,
Who am I?
24 from technomancy.
Okay. You could see the little loading bar. Vulcan in. And you see his face, like a little, like, chibi of him. Doing a little, like...
Just type a little message. Have
Peace.
fun.
Okay, and you
And
could see...
Now I'm going to go look for the staircase.
Okay, you look around and you can see that you see a little update happen on your little thing as you're walking around. Give me a roll real quick to see if you guys are being nonchalant enough. All of you, give me.
Just a flat D20.
Yeah, I'll give you either. You guys can opt to use either stealth or performance.
No. 14.
14. Everybody else?
Uh, 16.
16.
19.
Okay. All of you guys are staying in character more or less. Nobody really... A few people have looked at you, probably because you've done some somewhat shady stuff, but they really even noticed what you did, so they kind of looked away quickly.
A security guard on the computer.
Yeah, they're like, oh, what's he doing? Oh, maybe he just, had to send an email, whatever. And they kind of wrote it off
looking
quickly.
At porn.
I'm just checking the computer security.
Yeah, he's ITs as well. You look through, there's no stairwell on this floor, and you can see there's an updating bar that looks like it says layout of unknown floors. It looks like he's uploading something to you, but it looks like it's going to take a few minutes.
All right. Well,
Like decrypting encrypted data. But you do not see that it is on this floor. And it takes you guys maybe 15, 20 minutes to search this floor, and you look around. There's not a whole lot of, again, security doesn't seem to be walking around up here. So you didn't.
we are security
Yeah.
walking around up here.
Right. So they're looking at you like, okay, whatever, but
Security doesn't usually pass
yeah,
here.
security doesn't need to come up here often.
I mean,
Why?
to be fair, the relic room just got broken into, so it's not
yeah,
too
so
surprising.
that's part of the reason
Yeah.
they're just kind of buying it.
So we just did our little security sweep of the room, and now back into the elevator. You know, that's typical, right?
Yep. So does that mean we're going down to 665?
Might as well see what's there until we get the loading finished.
It looks like the loading is going to take about 45 minutes. So you could probably check maybe 2 to 3 more rooms before it finishes. So you get down to 665 and give me a stealth roll or performance roll for you guys, whichever you opt to do for your
Nat 20.
arrival.
Thank God I got a plus 10. 11.
Oh.
Oh, Ashley and I both got nat 20s.
I got a 23.
I got a 21.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 20.
And I did performance.
Okay, beautiful. So what happens is you walk forward and you stub your toe, which for a moment, taking damage causes the glamour to drop. But he goes, ugh, and you were so quick on the draw that you actually stepped in front of him with your own glamour, and then you recast it onto him before he was noticed.
Hey.
And he looks exactly the same. So it looked like he just, and it actually looked like he falls and stubs his toe.
And I took 1 damage.
I'll give you 1 damage. Yeah, sure, why not? Just because of the funny aspect of that.
Because I rolled a 1, but the dice-
Yeah. They also rolled really high there, so it kind of really worked out. So you guys walk through this. You guys are going to kind of search around to see if the stairs are on this floor. Give me another performance roll or stealth roll whilst you guys look around this area. You can't get too far from each other because obviously that'll drop the glamour. The illusion
19?
spell.
24.
I got a 5. I did
Ooh.
performance.
Okay, so as you're walking, you look over to the side, and you could see this image in the window from like the reflection and stuff. And it's obviously the white lights of the city are kind of reflecting on it, and it seems like they're making a bit of a face. And for some reason, it looks to you like Venora, and you start to approach it just instinctually, like, am I really fucking seeing that? Like, the more you look at it, you're like, are my eyes playing tricks on me? It looks more and more like it as I look at it. And you get entranced for just a moment, oddly. You walk away and you look at her, you're like, oh shit. And you kind of usher him. Both of, actually, I'm going to give me a spell roll to see if you can recast on her to catch up and save her from this.
5.
Nope. You walk over to the window, and the moment you touch the pane of glass, you realize your wings are laid bare. They're out. And everybody that is in this room, who's also on, the few people that are on cubicles, probably 6 people look over immediately. What the oh, shit. And they go to do something.
I am going to attempt to shut power down on this room.
I'm gonna immediately start running around the entire perimeter of the room to see if I can find a door to stairs or anything.
It's just
I want to start investigating.
Okay. Well, you guys didn't find any stairs. It's just the elevator here. And there's stairs that go down, but it doesn't seem like they go to the 6. It's the ones that you guys already know of.
Yeah.
But it's right next to the elevator door.
Fuck it. I'm gonna touch the window pane again. I'm gonna put put both hands on it, and I'm gonna try to see what I can do with my divine energy. See if like I don't know. They've got to have this thing hidden. Maybe for some reason it's like a fucking hidden portal or some shit. You know. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna fucking try it. I don't know. We're going crazy.
if nothing else, break the glass. They spotted us, so just break the glass.
We are time to. It's time to
we'll-
skiggity scoop.
We'll fly up one level.
All right. Let's see here. Religion roll. Is that okay?
Nope.
Or
this is
what
a
would you
magic,
like?
Because there's no religion root in this. This is just wild, willy nilly.
So it would be what? What would I be rolling it under?
Well, you're not actually using ability. You're just using divine energy. So give me just a generic D20 roll.
Okay.
Well, you should have a
He said it's okay.
your modifier, or you should have like a spell modifier.
Yeah, but she's not doing a spell.
Oh, okay.
She's just using just raw divine energy.
Oh, okay.
Got 11.
11. You feel energy burst out and it wobbles against the glass, and it seems like the glass kind of. It seems like it's actually resistant to maybe divine energy. You're wondering if that's maybe something that people did because of your guys' recent excursions. You don't know, but maybe just mana in general. But
Okay.
you guys did blow through it physically last time, so.
Out of like frustration, I'm gonna see if maybe I'm gonna try to think back to like when I saw Metatron, and I'm gonna try to see if I can channel that chaotic energy.
Okay. While you're doing that, you see one of the people look over you. Hey, security, go get him! What the hell? That's one of the people who did the assailant stuff.
What? Oh,
They're looking
shit.
at you guys.
How'd she get in here? Stop.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was
Okay.
just so
You
shocked.
go and
Yeah, I'm just gonna like.
I hear him, right? I hear him.
Apprehend her.
yeah.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna be like, "Don't touch me!" I'm gonna be like, you know.
I'm gonna tackle her.
Oh, you're
me
gonna
a-
tackle me? Okay.
Give me a roll. Actually, you know what? You do. You run up and you tackle her, and then right when you do, you create a physical impact, and you break your own glamour. So your wings appear,
Oh fuck! You're right.
I saw that coming.
I did not.
and your wings appear. So now there's two angels, and you see everybody else look at you.
Okay, hurry up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Put your hands on the glass. Try this with me. Try
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna try
I'm
that.
outnumbered here. Fuck. Let me go call for backup.
You see, like soon after, woo woo, an alarm starts going off.
Okay. Plus my modifier is 1. I got a 20.
15.
Okay, you guys shatter the glass because you overwhelm it with the amount of mana that you guys are putting into it. Both of you guys take a spell away for
Okay.
just exhausting mana like that.
Yep.
It shatters the glass. You do make a way out, but it does not open any sort of portal or anything.
All right. Gotta go.
You guys jump out the window?
Hell yeah.
No,
I'm gonna go up though.
Don't
Let's go
wanna
up.
fucking run again.
No, we're going up. We're gonna go up and we're gonna see if there are windows on the sides of either of the floors that we need to be on.
Why don't you just, for my safety, hold me, and then I'll shoot a fucking hole in the window because
Okay.
we're kind of at that point.
Okay, okay, well.
Unless you guys got a better plan. Cut.
It's over there. On the left. Right there.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
We're flying him up.
Up one
To the
level,
next, okay.
and then I'll use my omnium handgun to blow.
All right, as
blow
you
the
guys
glass out.
fly up,
Strength.
you look and looks like it's solid. Doesn't look like it's glass on this level. It looks like it's made to look like glass, but it's solid. But you could still do your thing, dude. A lot of people
No.
don't expect an omnium gun to be a factor.
Yeah, but it's not gonna break through solid.
You've seen it blown away portions of walls and stuff.
It's gonna like take all fucking the entire clip. Just pop, 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 pop.
Well, no, I mean when it blew up that one wall before. Think of like the mini cricket is what it.
All right, well, we'll
It's definitely possible. I'm not saying
like-
it's going to, but
you know what, guys? It's all we got at this moment, so fucking shoot it.
okay. So are you both holding them or just one?
I asked both of them to.
Okay, so sure.
Oh, holding him. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Both
guys are
of
kind
us.
of-
Sorry. Yeah.
So you guys
Sorry,
got
for
this
some
floating
reason I thought
cannon
it-
situation.
I can't hear. It keeps going in and out. I didn't want to say anything, but now it's like consistently saying off. There we go. I got it. Yep. Thank you. Sorry, I really tried to like tough it through the whole thing, but I was like,
No, it's fine. Just if we have any issues, let's try to. That's why I tried to iron things out before we all start.
It was working fine in the beginning, and I don't know if maybe a cord got knocked or something. So I was like,
Maybe
nah,
when
we'll
you were
just.
trying to scoot in.
Yeah, I did tug on my wire a little bit, so that might have been it.
I rolled a 16.
16. Okay. You blast the wall. Give me a roll for damage.
39.
Okay, you see a massive chunk. The pieces that are obviously glass over the top of it completely get blown away, and you can see it looks like there's still a bit of ways to go in if you want it, but you definitely made a massive chunk. And this looks like it's reinforced. If it was a regular wall, you would have blown right through it with this, but something something on this floor. You're on 666, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This floor is important.
Can you two still hold me for another shot?
Yes.
We'll do what we gotta do.
Do they have to have, like, should they take some sort of endurance roll or something?
Strength maybe or
Well, you guys are. Oh yes.
hovering. What you want, DM?
Yes. Give me strength saves because potentially knock you guys out of the air.
Okay, so 13.
20.
Okay. So you actually let go because of the force of the blast, but you're able to kind of hold on to him and you grab because you got such a high roll.
Okay, cool.
So you fired once already, so you're gonna go
Once.
again.
Yep. 10.
10. Okay. As you start to kind of touch the trigger, did you? I'm gonna give the option. Did you want to give him the advantage on this roll, Zach?
Zach.
And also, you kind of hear this voice come through. Your weapon is also a piece of technology. If you were to put a little bit of your magic into it, expend one of your spells, perhaps you could add a bit more to this. Okay, you have advantage as well.
Like, out of character, do I have actual spell slot? I mean, I'm looking at my spells, but
Let me see.
but nothing along the lines of technomancy.
No, it should just be like raw spell slots, but
I
let
don't
me
think
see.
he doesn't see any boxes on his.
Then maybe you just don't have to expend anything.
Because my spells are darkness and hellish rebuke.
Right. Are they just cantrips?
Probably. That's the only thing that I have at the top, so I'm
Or
assuming
cantrips?
that.
Okay. Then yeah, you probably don't have spell slots. Okay, so we'll just say that give me...
I can make in my notes spell slots, but
Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll just say that you essentially throw in one of your cantrips a little bit of mana, so there's interesting. It won't be a move that you have or anything. It's just something you're doing for this particular instance.
I will still take my second roll for that
Yeah.
advantage, though. real
Yeah, of
quick,
course.
Because the first one was
Not the greatest. It was a
10.
10.
There we go, 21.
Okay. As you do, you guys see him kind of
Thank
squeeze
you,
the
Zach.
trigger just a tiny bit, and you see this orb start to form in the front like the last one, and it probably would have done damage, but you see him kind of let go a slight bit more, and you see him grip it a little bit further, and you can actually see this mana start to emanate out of him and into the gun as the orb that was forming in front of it like a Gundam gun forms even larger, and this huge beam that's obviously just a chunk, you know what I mean? It's not like a straight laser beam, but just singular beam, massive, like, pickle-looking thing just slams against
Am I able to
the
hold
wall.
him during this?
Yeah, you guys make strength saves.
It's just me holding him now,
No,
though, isn't it?
I
She
got
was able to
grabbed,
come
yeah,
back.
before that,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Sorry, I missed that
and
part.
Funny enough, this one did less damage than the first one.
Yeah, 19, 21.
I got a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
I got the 21.
Okay.
As long as one of you saved me.
Okay. So you're flailing by like one hand as you get knocked back. You kind of get completely blown to the side, and the damage doesn't really matter at this point.
I was gonna
you
say that.
blow up this massive side of the wall, and you guys can see this room where there's like servers and things like that all around, but you can see this control panel in the center as you guys catch yourselves and hold him from falling down. It is clumsy, but you lift him up, and the alarms are still going off, so you have a very, very limited time here. But at the same time, boom, download completed. You're like, oh, well, that's not helpful.
Yeah. Could have used that 10 minutes ago, but let's
Well, now we can get him into the room.
go.
Fly him in real quick.
Okay, so you fly him into the room. Let me see if there is anybody already here waiting for you guys. You are lucky there is no one.
They all rushed downstairs.
Right?
It is quiet in this room for a moment. All you hear is like beep beep boop, dee-doo,
What do we
yeah, the sounds of a server room.
What do we see?
It's just a whole bunch of cables.
Yeah,
He said,
it's a
like,
black room. A bunch of actually the cables are pretty well managed, but you see
like
servers.
cable box servers. That's
see
what you said. Yeah,
servers on
I was
racks
thinking
and
like
things like
cable
that.
boxes.
It's very well clean, like managed and things like that, and all the cables go down into the ground. And you see in the center there is this 4-directional panel thing that's got keyboards coming out of either side.
I am going to walk up to the keyboards and type in Vulcan.
Okay, you type in Vulcan, the master password, and it starts doing something. You see a bar.
Are there any elevators in this room?
No.
How long does it seem like the bar's going to take to fill up?
Based on the way that it's moving, probably 10 minutes.
You want to head back downstairs one floor and
No.
Create a little bit of a distraction?
No.
Can you try to make us invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
You realize that the person still saw past the invisibility last time, Arrow Dude?
We can handle one, but not 50,000.
Don't get too far away from the console. I need the connection.
We
Alright.
have to stay here.
Okay.
Okay. Spell slot used.
Okay, so you guys are invisible. This is how this is going to work. I'll make a couple rolls and see if anybody gets up to this floor, even though there is, obviously structural damage that has been done to this room, so there's probably an alarm set off in that sense. You guys will have, or the enemy will have advantage on finding that you're on this floor. First one, no. Okay. So you guys see a couple individuals show up. There's these 3 individuals that show up. They've got tactical gear on, and they've got assault photon weapons. And they show up. They've got their helmets, some sort of goggles on already. And you see them walk in. They haven't looked directly at you guys.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
15 feet.
Can we... I'm going to, look at them and then just go... And then kind of, slowly just kind of...
Remember, you guys' wings do make noise.
True.
He flies quietly.
I have
Is there
4
is
wings.
there wind coming from the...
window
The
that we
window?
broke?
But not so much that you wouldn't hear,
And I have 4.
because this is a pretty much soundproof room otherwise. Not that it would, there's a chance. I'm just saying, keep that in mind.
True.
What if you, fucked with their weapons? Make them think they're holding something else. Distract them.
In fact,
I could...
Turn them into snakes or something, like their guns. Make them think they're holding snakes or something weird.
so are you going to try to do an illusion?
Yeah, sure.
You're going to try to make them think that they are holding snakes? What are you doing?
I'm going to... You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to do exactly what she whispered in my ear.
Distraction.
Distraction.
bite us sometime. Snakeos.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Okay, you see on their arms, we got a problem down here on floor 127. We got a problem down here, and that was the distraction you sent. So you
Okay.
see them actually disappear. They appeared before, and then they disappeared this time, like teleportation.
Interesting.
That must be how they get in the room.
Were they standing in the same spot that they came into?
They
Or
walked a
did they
few
walk
steps
a little
forward.
bit? Okay.
Okay,
I want to walk over there.
That's probably how they get.
We have to wait until this is done before we move.
He has to
Oh,
stay
true.
by the console, right?
yeah, but if you get too far from each other, then the glamour
The glamour comes off, right? So, but we're still up here by ourselves again then?
Yes,
Okay, so just for a moment, I'm going to...
she'll have to spend a spell to recast it on you, though.
Oh, if I get too far. Okay, never mind then, never mind.
I have to be somewhat,
Yep, that makes sense.
All right, one more chance to see if they come back and check you out on this floor. You could tell that they already knew. They noted that there was obviously a giant hole in the wall. But you gave them disadvantage. It looks like they do not come back within the 10 minutes that you needed to upload this thing. And you see on the console, it pops up, and you see access to essentially the Central Trade Galactic credit hub, and you're able to...
I'm gonna make the 1 a 0.
Yeah, exactly. You can see that where the funds go, and you can see the one for military, and you're supposed to siphon all of that one out into... Well, I mean, you're supposed to put it all into the people, and then give yourself a nice stipend if you need.
How much is there?
How much is there? Let us see. This will be billion. They're worth 4 billion. There's 4 billion going into military right now.
That. So screw the getting caught part. I will give pretty much the majority of the 4 billion. But
Do like half and half?
No,
No.
I
You
feel
see the number automatically start to change as you're like, I wonder what I could do. You see the 4 billion.
I'm trying to think of a reasonable number to give myself.
No, you see automatically. It looks like
1.5.
Vulcan decides to. He could sense that you're like, what do I do? And
1.5
well,
for
actually,
us.
more that he senses there, because you guys currently have a connection. You guys, you get. He essentially gives you like.
I was gonna do closer to our actual bounty, like one of our bounty amounts.
He actually gives you 500 million, 500 million credits, and all the rest goes to the people.
I'm going to transfer 500,000 credits to Logan.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll say that you guys are getting out of there, going back to your ship right now, right? And then you do that. I don't think you're doing that right here, right now.
No,
Okay.
but the credits have been transferred to the people.
Okay. So you guys change that, and you'll see what the repercussions are very soon on that. And you jump back out of the window, the hole in the wall, right? And fly back to your ship.
Well, we still need to make it to the 777th floor.
That's true, but you've completed this one task. Are you sure you're gonna do more while it's still hot, or?
We're gonna fucking hit this place like 5 times.
I mean, if security is already on high alert right now,
Yeah,
they're going
they
to be
can't
on even higher alert when we come
well.
back.
Let's see.
You guys are
if,
using some interesting tactics, so it does make sense that you're evading
Yeah.
them.
Let's see if
I kinda-
the way that they teleported out can let us teleport up.
Yeah, go check out your little.
So all 3 of us together,
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. Okay.
We need whatever tech they've got.
Bingo.
Okay.
So how
well,
much money
you know
do we
what?
have?
What?
How much money do we have?
Well, at the current moment, or after we get back on the ship,
Current moment.
5,400 before I
That's
added,
million.
before I added the 500 million.
5,400. Okay.
Since you're the tech avatar, give me a perception roll.
Yeah, that's because I'm still kind of focused on that 4 billion
Yeah.
number.
I can try to fly, or we can try to fly Viper up to the 777th floor.
Might I make a suggestion? It might be best to leave. There are a great deal of forces, including an apostle, as well as one of the General Aboleth, the Merciless.
But what's the odds of us being able to come back?
I didn't think the odds were high for you coming back now. If you're going to force your way, you can do it at any time. But I wouldn't do it while they're currently moving on your position.
Yes, sir.
Let's go then.
Good
'Kay.
idea, Vulcan. Out the window we go.
Okay, so you guys jump out the window and you fly back to your ship, more or less unharmed right now. It was a pretty good smash and grab. Things went a little bit haywire, but you guys get back to the ship and you do your payouts. You guys made a great deal of money. You paid him how much?
Actually, what I'm going to do, what I'm thinking about doing, is trying to hire him, basically as like I said, the anti-bounty hunter. So if any bounty hunters try to approach us, he captures us.
So you give him great pay so that he doesn't have to be a bounty hunter, so that he essentially
Yeah.
is your...
Bodyguard.
Would 1.5 mil be enough for him to retire, essentially, or become?
Just give him one.
Well, let's see.
We have 500 million.
And
Sorry. I feel like I'm going to need a little more than 1.5 credits to get out of this game. I mean, it's a great offer, but
2.
What's your number?
13 million.
Oh, we have 500 million.
Exactly. 13 from 500.
It's pennies.
Let's make it 15, just for extra insurance.
Well, then I'm
The
yours.
person was like, no, don't give him
I
1.5.
forgot we had 500 million dollars.
That's why I was trying to tell you, like 500 million is a lot of money.
Let's just make it 15.
Just to make it.
Just to make one, to make it even, and
to show
2 to show a
appreciation.
little appreciation.
Make
Then
sure.
I'm your guy.
A little bit of an apology for shutting you down there the first time.
You got to play the game. Consider me your personal bounty hunter.
And we'll throw on a signing bonus of 5,000.
Okay, so you guys have now officially started a fleet.
A mini fleet. More like just a bounty hunter protection.
But if you guys can go and find other pilots and things like that and hire them for your service, so that when you go on missions, you could, I mean, they may not be like helping you actively in the room you're in, but they could be other
Subtle.
things that you do, you know, like a bit of RTS in there, you know?
You know, maybe we could think about getting Jetson a body.
I mean, that's not out of the question now.
I do think that it's a bit early, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but we can.
no, I mean for like in the evening. It's
Oh.
about 7:30, but I feel like that's still a good point for us to cap it off there. With you guys
damn.
starting a bit of a fleet. If anybody has any questions or anybody's new to the stream or is just kind of getting into the story, any questions, concerns, interests, yeah, let me know. If you don't ask now, obviously you're more than welcome to ask us in the Discord. But we'll be here for, I'll say, like another 5-10 minutes before I go ahead and shut it off. If anyone, we can chat with the chat. If you have access to the chat over there.
I do.
So
I have mod view on.
that episode was called "Get Rich or Die Trying."
Yeah, right?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, lots of money because we did the mission. That's why we got bank for it,
And the people got even more bang.
and the people got even more bank.
There you go, John, up there for you.
I do think just one last thing before we end like our characters talking. I do think that now that Jetson has gained a little bit of personality of his own, maybe we should think about getting him his own
Well, I think
casing.
we should definitely. I
Or at
agree
least
with
a
you.
projection of some sort.
I agree with you guys,
Mhm.
but
That's
something
further down.
something I haven't mentioned is I've noticed that he feels a little bit more alive.
Right.
So did I tell you guys that? That he's more. I mean, like alive. been kind of sensing that
So
since.
he has sentience?
I don't know. I just kind of sensed it ever since we crash landed and he got fixed on that the one. I don't even want to think about that place.
The mushroom place.
Yes. But so I mean, I'll leave it up to him because don't want to modify somebody against their will.
Well, maybe you could ask him first. But yeah. 500 million, got to keep throwing out 15 mil like that. It's going to go quick. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just doing it for this particular person, and
we're
they've
not going to
done.
be giving 15 million to each
Guys,
person we
they've been
hire.
scraping by up to this point.
Yeah.
Barely scraping by. with a
Wait,
few
Spoon,
thousand
he did
credits.
notice. He did notice. He used the
Yeah, he did
disadvantage.
use- he
She's
used the
saying you guys
disadvantage.
didn't notice.
Oh, we
Oh, I
hella
did.
noticed.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
noticed. I
okay.
just didn't say anything.
We hella noticed.
Oh, yeah.
What are you talking about?
That's what I'm trying
Spoon?
to obviously put that spin on the stream a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Chat interactive.
That's fun. I like it. I
It's
like
easier
it.
for us too because I have the stream usually up when I'm not
Yeah.
using the character sheet, so her and I are able to see what's going
And
on.
I was thinking after I get done paneling the my current story, and I get like probably 1 or 2 volumes down, I'd like to sit down with you guys and storyboard.
this.
I'll draw this up as a comic as well.
Oh, she.
It's gonna be a little bit of work for sure, but I think with our powers combined, we should be able to
Yeah, we'll
do
storyboard it. Obviously, probably not on. I mean, we might stream another day or something if that's the case, because I don't want to break away from the actual story, fun stuff. Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here,
it.
though.
Yeah, of course, for all the subs and the biddies and the follows.
Heck yeah.
Yes, thank
Hopefully,
you
you
very
guys
much.
are
It was,
enjoying
Yeah, it was a pretty
enjoying this adventure.
Yes, it is. I do want to make sure that it's not too like
Here's a cat for your pleasure.
nice,
Can I boop him?
too overly difficult to comprehend. The story obviously should be hopefully simple. I mean, magic always makes things confusing, but
A little bit. That's okay. I'm
especially when
just
you
going to
bring
keep
gods and
referring to reality as a world.
I paused Critical Role for this and it was worth it. Ooh.
hell yeah.
Love you.
Yeah, I do really appreciate you being here, and it's even more exciting to me because you're a Critical Role fan. Obviously, I'm a Critical Role fan as well, and obviously what they do inspires me. We started obviously without knowing about them, or I did anyway, but I just like that people watch other tabletop games, and it makes it easier to get into other ones. You know?
Kip, I literally listened to It's Thursday Night on repeat on my way home from work today.
It's Thursday night.
No,
We can
dude,
certainly
but really,
try.
really appreciate that though, because
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I started playing Apex and listening, but it got too interesting, and I stopped playing Apex just to listen.
Hell yeah. Oh
That's-
yeah, Kip's a
that's
DM too.
what I like to hear. I want to see more people in here get interested in the fucking
Oh,
story.
so
and-
Kip actually the other day was complaining that her players, were like, you know how like sometimes you give us like very obvious clues and like we don't catch on to those clues
Yeah.
like ever. Well, apparently her players do the same thing, and she she was complaining about it the other night. So just thought, I'd
Gotcha.
help you a little bit.
Oh jeez.
Spoon
Eva's
Light, thank you for
Lapidus.
the 5 subs.
Jeez, thank you, man. Just a sub and,
And-
throwing all the subs. Jeez. God damn.
Spoon night.
Spoon Light.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
take the headphones
Yeah.
off for that one.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Moonlight is neat.
Nee, nee, nee.
Nee, 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 nee.
Oh my god, I got to hear it on this side. I haven't
I
actually.
want to strangle them at this point. Yeah, I feel like, man, I gotta like update the badges and stuff. Drew them up when I first
One more.
got a tablet. Yeah.
One more.
Oh shit.
Oh, that feels
Smibs.
Smib says thank you for the sub, Spoon.
I know. Little guest appearance from the Milo.
Little Smibos.
And you guys
He's a
behaved.
Dwebos.
You guys
He's
behaved
a
for the better part.
Dwebos. Me, not real. Dude, Zach, same though. Like, literally us the entire time during Shapers of Terror Prim.
Yeah, yeah. And I plan on getting new, more comfortable headphones soon.
I actually was thinking about just buying my own pair.
Do it.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
That certain jack.
Oh yeah, I mean obviously I'd have to consult with the DM before I go buying willy nilly. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I have a converter,
take a
so
spoon.
as long as it's auxiliary. Yes, thank you for everything. Thank you guys
Thank you.
for all that. I will be on the Discord. Everybody will be on the Discord if you guys talk. Try to get it obviously more moving. I just don't talk when there's obviously nothing to do. So like everybody, right? So if you guys want to chat, let us know. If not, that's fine too. We'll see you next Monday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully I'll put out a tweet, but we'll be live regardless.
Thank you for the subs.
Love
Thank
y'all.
you.
Cheers.
Love
Biddies
you. Bye.
And the follows.